my lovely warheads, and welcome back to another Humankind Let's Play. This is Man of War signing back on, and the last time I touched on this game, we had just turned into the ancient civilization of Zhou, which I believe is the earliest mention of China in history. It would be the earliest part of that civilization. So let's just jump right back on into it. Alright, so if I remember correctly the last time, guys, I spent an awful lot of time on specifically figuring out how the city building worked. Now, since the last time I played, this Let's Play is mostly for us to just get to know the game together. I did come completely blind into this, but I have had a chance to look at our different portions of the game. So I did start up a playthrough on another file, and I went through quite a bit. I believe I'm in the medieval era on that one, so I've pretty much got a good portion of the game figured out. Now, in saying that, I'm not sure if this was the best place I could have settled, but hey, we're still gonna figure this out together. So, if I remember correctly, we haven't met any of the other civilizations over here. We've got a random tribe that hasn't decided to pick a civilization yet. We don't have a lot of influence, which is still perfectly fine. We can continue to expand as them. But as an aesthete. So as an aesthete, your main goal is to get influence, and Zhou seems to get influence by being the smartest people around, as shown by their Confucian school. So that makes the most sense to me in terms of what we're doing here. So our next goal is to figure out what key resources I should grab from each thing, even though there's not a great starting point. So our second one, so let's just, okay, so we started the game back up on an end turn. Of course we did. Let's just make sure they're going there, and we'll figure it out as we go. So let's move on.
Babylonians. It can only be an advantage to have a neighbor as smart as you are.
So they went and turned into the Babylonians.
Greetings, Sovereign.
Okay.
Do you too believe that there is no limit to how high humanity might soar?
So the first thing we're going to do as an athlete, we should probably, yeah. So as it stands right now, there's no harm in being friendly with other civilizations, just simply because it's going to be a long ride out, especially with everything that's going on.
I think
so let's
we can
just
undertake a common venture.
Give them something to hold them on to not being so upset at us. We did attack one of their tribes, so that's going to be a thing. The other thing I have learned from this game is don't be afraid to split up your troops. It's pretty key. Yeah, so I'm going to send them somewhere over here, just to take that territory for our own. Territory gets snatched up pretty easily around here, so key things to watch out for are your luxury resources, because those always come in handy in terms of making money as well, and they have beneficial side effects. Like, for instance, the +4 stability. Stability is key, especially if you have a huge empire. We're probably going to be the best empire throughout this playthrough. I started on normal, and in my other playthrough, I'm pretty much steamrolling at this point. If I do decide to do another load up of this one, I'm probably going to go either hard or very hard, or I can't remember what it's called in this game, but let's say hard or very hard. So for now, let's take this guy, split him off over here. Have him ransack the sanctuary, and then have these guys take care of him. So, since I'm only dealing in scouts right now, might as well just end deployment. Let's get... You do... Another key point in this game, now that I am quote-unquote an expert, don't plant your people on a river. They get crossing a river negative bonuses, even if they're just standing there on it. All right. So, since I noticed most people don't watch past the 3-minute mark, I'd like to just quickly mention that I am trying very hard to grow my channel here. If you guys would generously like, comment, or subscribe with this video, it would be greatly appreciated in growing the channel. I post content at least once a week. I try my best for twice a week. I'm also promoting some of my teammates' channels. So as of recently, I'm going to be inducted into Dark Omen Esports. It is an esports team. They primarily focus on first-person shooters. I will be the first strategy player in that team. If you want to go check them out, that would be darkomenesports.com. Yeah. You know, all the details aren't worked out yet. They do have a website. If you guys want to go to my Twitter link in the bio below, I have followed each and every one of the members of the team, as well as I will have the link posted down below to both the website and the Twitter and TikTok for the team pages. Thank you so much for listening to that ramble. So let's just finish off this battle with killing the mammoth. Awesome. Okay. So now that we got a little bit of money for that, that's fine. We're getting 5 per turn on that. That's going to go up as soon as we finish the pottery workshop. So we've got 2 new civics we also need to look at. We've got influence on the main plaza or faith in the territory. And I would suggest how much? So we need 10 for our first outpost. So that's not going to be too bad. We can still enact minus 50 on outpost create costs. We'll wait on that one. Let's go founding myths. Yeah, we'll go natural right. Yeah.
Why was this even a question?
Okay.
Let's keep it simple. We've been here. It's our place.
Okay. So they signed our treaty. Word of the Empire has now reached the Babylonians. Culture chosen. Population gain. Everything's starting to fall into place. Awesome. How far along are we? So we're doing domestication, which makes a lot of sense for the horses. Let's just go to the technology screen so we're not messing around too long in here. So that's copper, carpentry. Let's get calendar because we have a lot of resources around us. And then we'll go carpentry and city defense because we're going to be pretty good with science for the most part. So it makes the most sense to just research pretty much everything we can. So they have founded their first little outpost down here. Good on them. Let's just cross the river over here. And, okay, so they are ransacking. Let's end the turn. Awesome. So we got gold. Let's move you guys up and over here. There's some more stuff to be found. There always is. What I want you guys to do. So I want you guys to come up over here. Oh, okay. So something I really like in this game is that you don't necessarily have to be at war, but you don't have to have a non-aggression pact with these in order to fight them. So if you're in their territory, they have every right to attack you. Or if you're in neutral territory, they have every right to attack you. Unless you have a non-aggression pact with that person. Makes it so much more realistic. Border skirmishes happen throughout the ages. So this makes a whole bunch of sense. Yeah, let's go manual battle. I want one of my guys up here. And let's stay away from that. So we'll end... let's get our strongest guy up here. You know what? Let's pull them back because they'll automatically go for the capture point and then we can kill them that way. Yeah, let's just guard and guard. So maybe, just maybe.
Charge! Off we go.
I know I shouldn't have been on the river. Jeez.
Understood.
Okay, so he'll definitely go down there and attack them. That's fine. Okay, so the battle will continue next turn. That's perfectly fine with me. As it stands right now, because we're so early in the game, there's no reinforcement range right now, so that's fine. Okay. So we got everything going for us. Okay, so they are over here. Let's just run up here and then we'll drop an outpost. Okay, so domestication was unlocked, which means we have access to our horses. I'll show you guys what that's about in a minute, and then those are the unlocks and the scout riders and all that good stuff. So we unlocked a curiosity, so we got 10 science and 10 influence, which is, influence is super important in this game, especially if you want to be an expansionist. Make sure you collect a lot of influence. So what is this? Domestication was research. Next we're doing calendar, so we can get the luxury resources. Army composition. Let's wait on that one. Awesome. So let's see. Okay, so we got let's place it right beside the river. Okay. Let's move you guys up here and over here. Beautiful. We got more research.
Come over here.
More research, more research. Just gold, but that's still perfectly fine. How much gold? Okay, so I almost might be able to buy out the Confucian school, which would benefit us quite a bit. Where am I building? Am I building that? I have no idea where I'm building that. That worries me just a little bit. Okay, so I got a farmer's quarter there. I should have a Confucian school somewhere here. Not sure where I decide to put that. We'll find out. It's probably not anywhere good, to be honest. So let's do that. Okay, so I did decide to put it basically right next to the mountain. What's it from? Exploitation, which is coming from where exactly? it's coming off one of the mountains. Okay, yeah. So that's fine. We'll build it there. Not a problem. So since I'm over here, let's just keep exploring.
Follow me.
That just means they have to come to us. Let's wait a turn. So I guess we won. Didn't really make any sense to me as to why we won, but hey, it's what it is. Where would I like to go right now? I think I want to plop down another outpost fairly soon. So let's just... You know what? No, I kind of want the outpost to be up here. That's fine. Okay, so as everyone was saying, like as I was saying before, there's a crap ton of luxury resources around here, and if you look closely, the wondrous effects, you have to have at least a certain amount of these resources in order to activate those, and that works on all your cities. So if I were to be able to gather pretty much all the resources in this area, I'd be set for pretty much the entirety of the game. The only difficult part is because Babylon is right down here, they're going to start getting mad if I start taking up all this territory. So let's, what does this say? Okay. So I think first outpost over here makes a lot of sense. And we're going to split over here, grab another outpost. And then we should probably start grabbing all the saffron and tea down in this area. I would like to get the copper resource, especially because they're really starting to come across the coastline here. But that may not be possible. I have a feeling they're going to be the first ones we're in conflict with. So, let's just end the turn. Alright. So, found our outpost. So, outposts, much not like in, say, Civilization, you don't just automatically found the city. It takes a certain amount of turns in order for you to found the outpost, and that depends on how high the industry number is that you can get on the outpost first thing. So this one's going to take 3 turns before it's fully founded. Base duration is 5 turns, so even at the slowest rate it could possibly be, it should only be 5 turns. Alright. So let's bring these guys over here. Another thing, anywhere you can see on the map, your outpost will find you the best destination, or your I don't know what it's called, but basically the overlay will find you the best possible location for you to find an outpost, as long as it's within your field of view. If it's not within your field of view, slightly different story. So I'm just gonna retreat. Okay. Boo, ba-doo, boo, boo. Next army. I want to get those 2 armies together because the Babylonians are really coming at us right now.
Greetings. To what do I owe this pleasure?
Okay, so here's what's special. In order to declare a proper war, so you have options. You can declare a surprise war, but it gives them more war support, and it calls you a traitor. And I really don't like that traitor badge because it gives everybody, all the other civilizations in the world, a bad impression of you. So it's harder for you to talk to them and deal with them. However, if you can garner 80 war support, and I'll explain how to do that in a minute, you can declare regular war on them, where basically you have to have your demands answered, otherwise, and it adds demands at the end. It's basically, a long story short, reasons for going to war. There need to be reasons. So for instance, their army has attacked me twice, so I get 2 attacked me grievances. Now what I can do here is I can demand they pay $100. Now they can either pay this, or it stays there as a demand and it goes towards war support. So I'd get 3 war support every turn because I made a demand of them and they're not answering. So for instance, let's just go demand. You see how war support is flashing, and if you read, it says +3 war support from having more ongoing demands. So I'm not gonna take both. I'm just gonna get them to pay the one, if they will pay it at all. They have to really fear you in order to pay the demand. The AI is not just gonna pay out. So let's end our turn again. Okay, these guys are gonna be jerks. I knew they were gonna be jerks. I cannot retreat. Of course they decide to go down there.
Off we go.
Of course it was victory for me. I had the upper hand. I had the higher ground. You put your guys down below. It's weird.
Let's go.
Okay, so I can get +15 there. Also, you can't put your outposts or cities on top of mountains or on top of luxury or strategic resources. That's a fun little tip I found out real quick. So let's go with +17, +14, +14, +9, +15, and then +8. You know what I think? Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So let's just go kill one of the deers. Get some money. And deployment. Okay, so up here and then down there. And then the deer is gonna create a suicide option. Yeah, there we go. So in battles, they also take into a lot of effects. So if your unit manages to get behind one of the units, it does additional damage. There's a lot of little things that you can do. I'm gonna set them on that just so they can heal up a little bit. And another end turn for us today. See, I'm not spending all my time on city building, and I'm sure this is a lot more interesting for you guys. Okay, so how is... You know what? Let's just take a quick gander at how Babylonia is doing, because we've only got 20 fame. We are in 3rd place. Babylonia is in 1st right now. They're doing a lot better than we are. I guess they've probably already got a star.
Speak.
No, they don't have a star yet, but they've found something or they've done something.
Over this way.
Okay, so let's move over here. Beautiful. Oh, sheet. Oh, sheet. And let me just focus in on this for everybody who's missing the joke. I just founded an outpost, and as far as I can pronounce it, it's sheet. S-C-H-E-A-T. Oh, that's going to be a running joke. That is going to be a joke. Oh, man. This is going to be a fun one. All right. What else can I do? So I could probably build another outpost over here. I found out in my last game that if you don't take your opportunity to get the territories that you might want and need at first, you're probably going to be left out at the very end of it. So let's go here. Okay. That one's almost done. They're healing up. And I'll go check that out after. Turn. Oh, so the Babylonians gave me 100 gold. Okay. Sounds good. So I might just outright pay the Confucian school. It makes the most sense in the next turn. After that, we do need a little bit of actually what is being done right now. So no, I gotta think about this right now. But it makes the most sense to put this on the river, believe it or not. Because I can add something to my city that would give me a bonus on the mountain, and I can add something that would give me bonus in the forest as well as on the river. So let's add an industrial district right there. Maker's workshop to be, or Maker's quarter specifically. We can't give it too much to stability, but honestly, Zoe has a much better time with stability than anything else. So, yeah, you know what? Let's just pay for that now, and then it'll start working on that. Beautiful. And we should have some more population rolling in soon, so our numbers will start to go up. So that's 60 gold. And apparently that took all my points right there. Awesome. We got some more influence as well as some science. Why could I not remember what science is called? Who knows? Who knows, people? What did they have to say?
Unpleasant as these demands are,
okay.
Refusal would be a mistake.
So let's just renounce that for right
Water.
now. They don't want to go to war with us. We're not really looking to go to war either. These guys are mostly pumped up now. Let's come this direction to see where I want to put my next outpost. And how are we doing over here? Okay, so it looks like there's a nice little place right here to put another outpost. So if you guys haven't noticed already, the farther out you are from your main city, the more the outpost costs. So this is going to be the most expensive outpost, and we're also getting plus 14 per turn. Now let's say if I was going to found an outpost over here because it's attached to one of the territories I already own or have an outpost in, it's dramatically cheaper. So let's get the expensive one right now. It's going to be a little hard to keep our influence over. Oh, almost forgot. Yeah, so let's just do that right now. It also, I believe it's also more costly if it's within or on the border of another civilization's outpost or city. It also creates grievances if you do that, so they get a little picky about it. So one last thing before I go for this episode. So your outposts can create districts that basically pull up the strategic or luxury resources as long as you have the technology research for it. They take influence in order to build. They don't take actual build resources. So in saying that, it is a lot bit better to build these specialty districts before you turn them into cities or before they're absorbed by another city, which will be something I will show you guys later. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did watch the video all the way through, again, thank you. I'll be leaving all those links that I discussed earlier down in the bottom section below. So that is Dark Omen Esports. That is the links to the TikToks and Twitters of the other members of the team, as well as my stuff. So that would be my TikTok and Twitter. Thank you guys so much for watching all the way through, and if you liked the video, please leave a like, comment in the section below to tell me what I did that you liked, tell me what I did that you didn't like, and I'll be trying my best to improve. So last time I'm gonna say it, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.